Alright, next video. So, back on the gobos. Or is that? Okay, there's a triangle. There's actually two gobo wheels in this, so if you see two, that means that the fixture has two gobo wheels. Um, this is actually a gobo rotate. Excuse me. Yeah, this actually has one. Another way to select gobos to make it really super fast, I can just go up here. You'll see all the different features. I can go open, blocks, triangle, square, and as if you're looking at when you sit down and do this on your own, you'll see them change. You can use the gobo wheel if you want. This is really kind of cool. This actually is just a straight up, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is like a rotate. If you want to rotate the gobos, what's really kind of fun, if there's different types of, if you notice that there's a little box over here inside the box, that was an awful description, but you get the idea. You can select different types of features within that gobo wheel or within that parameter. So instead of like turning the gobo, sometimes you'll just want to change the gobo's position for whatever reason. In fact, I'm going to move these guys back to the wall so you can kind of see what's going on. Or, no, I can't do it with these. Well, we'll just do what we can. Move this down so we can. Let's see if I can so you can get the gobos a little better. So yeah, we can rotate. Oops, I'm on the wrong one. You got to pay attention which buttons you're at. Let's see. Yep, there's the rotate. But if I go back over here, I can do what's called do like a continual rotate, and the wheel actually, it's not showing a really good example of it. Oh, that's gobo shake. Yeah, this wheel. I mean, the problem is the visualizer doesn't perfectly show everything. Okay, there it is. There's a rotate. So I just turned the gobo wheel and it's setting it to RPMs, and that means how fast is this going to spin. That's pretty common when you have a fixture that does gobos. They're going to have a gobo rotate and a gobo spin. So I'm just going to turn it, and as I turn it, it's going to spin faster. I'm at about 200 RPMs. You can do like a chill, slow rotation, and it's just in there. And I just selected, to get here, I selected beam, and it was just a feature this profile had, this fixture had, programmed in this console. And this is what's kind of great about big consoles like these, is that I don't have to sit there and calculate and play with the individual DMX channels. I'm working with real world values, and the Hog is transferring that to DMX and telling the fixture what to do. Let's see, I can even, there's a gobo wheel, second gobo wheel. So there's gobo 1, gobo 2. I think I can switch over. The thing is, be careful when you have two gobos, is that you can mix them together. But I would recommend just opening up one when you want to work with the other, because it'll look kind of weird. Let's see, four face. Oh, this is Prism. Prism's really cool. This one does have a frost. It kind of, as you see here, it softened it up a little bit. I'll open up that. So there's hard, and here's frost. Hopefully this isn't messing up the video. And it's a little softer, as you can see. This would be a great one where you can actually use frost on these different ones. You can even use the four-face prism on a gobo, and what it does, it breaks it up. Best example of prism, I went to Disneyland recently, saw the California Adventures World of Color. That's the name of it. And I saw Winter Dreams. They have some chart on the. If you look up Winter Dreams, on some of it they have on some of the on the what's it called, the Ferris wheel. If you look back there, they have what's called Sharpies by Clay Packy, and they point them out towards the audience. And there's certain parts of the show where they have a great example of a prism. When the water's flying up in the air, they use the prism. They broke up, instead of a beam of light, they broke it up in like it goes by quick. I can't remember, 3 or 4 different beam directions, and it made it look like there was ice flying through the air. It was pretty cool, but beam really makes it look like, those prisms make it look like there's more fixtures there than there really is. I don't use it all the time, but it's kind of fun to use sometimes. I use it more in rock shows if I do use it, versus your actual, like chill concert. Anyway, let's see how much time I have left. I've used about 5 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is. If you rotate through these, you can just set your parameters. And if you want to clear them out, just remember to hit the clear button. Okay, so back to, I'm just going to use 1 through 10, enter. At full, I'm on position, so I'm going to pull them up and show you. I'm going to hit beam, as you see down here. I hit beam, and I'm going to add frost to it, which is my second wheel. I'm going to rotate that a little bit, soften up the image a little bit, and I'm going to move the first wheel, which is beam shape 2, is what it says, and it should widen up a little bit. Now I'm going to take beam shape, this third wheel, and pull it out a little bit. As you see, it's still changing values. I want to show you what it does in the visualizer. It widens up the fixture, and see, that's 100%. Yep, the visualizer is a little slow. Like I said, it's not exactly perfect, but it really it helps you out. And that should be shouldn't have done that. There we go. That's 100%. Oh, sorry. Like I said, it takes a second here because I'm recording the video at the same time. On another note, there is something on automated fixtures, and you can do this. You don't have to be programming. Sometimes fixtures start to freak out for whatever reason. Sometimes I notice on some bulbs they'll just die, or they won't die, they'll just give up. What the normal thing to do is to unplug it, let it cool off for about 5 minutes, and then plug it back in. It should work fine. But if you keep doing that over and over again, it doesn't work. It means the bulb's bad. On some fixtures, you can restrike a lamp remotely. If you noticed here, when I hit clear 1 through 10. On all these fixtures, you notice that this popped up. There's different control features that you can do. You can hit control, and you can actually say you can shut down the fixture on this one. That's kind of a cool feature. You don't really see that a lot, but it's there. You can turn the certain functions off. You can do a global reset. You can just restrike the lamp. This is a really cool feature on some automated fixtures, is that there's a lamp douse. Lamp douse means shut off the light bulb. Lamps are on automated fixtures. Keep in mind on ones with bulbs, like the 575 or 1000 watt, or even a 5R, they have like little bulbs in there. They burn out over time. You probably know this if you've messed with the lights after a while. You can actually, on some fixtures, not all of them, they have a lamp douse feature, and if it's in the profile, you can turn off the lamp remotely. I like to do that when I've programmed the show in the morning, and I won't use the fixtures for another 5 hours or something like that. They're just going to sit there, but I don't want to turn the lights off. I just want to leave everything on. I've done it at the end. I've done a few shows at a church, or a few events at a church. The band played. Well, the band was off the stage. I didn't need the automated fixtures anymore, and the minister started preaching. So instead of killing the bulbs, what I do is I click lamp douse. There's just different reasons. And there are times that the show starts, you're ready to go back on it. I can hit lamp douse, for example, when the minister's preaching, and then I can hit lamp strike to turn it back on. If I'm in the event, I don't like to turn lamps on and off because sometimes they won't restrike like you want. I usually do it if the show is over or the show before the show. If you do it during the show, you could tread on funny water because lamps don't always strike exactly like you want them. You may have to go to the fixture and completely restart the whole thing, unplug it and restart it sometimes. But you're getting the idea, I hope. But like I said, if you have a fixture that's just wigging out, you can do a global reset, and it resets the entire fixture. And actually on here, I think it shut them off. That's really helpful, so you don't have to go to the light and reset it. Great feature to have.